The data vault loomed like a sarcophagus beneath the dead moon's crust. Artificial gravity pulsed in flickers, glitching under ancient strain. The corridors stank of rusted ozone and stale time. Commander Rhea Navarro pressed her gloved palm against the access panel, adrenaline humming beneath her skin. It didn't respond. She sighed. Stitch, override. Now. Already dancing, the rogue AI replied through her earpiece, voice clipped and mischievous. Encryption's older than your sarcasm. 5 seconds. Beside her, Theo adjusted his plasma cutter, jaw clenched. We've got 2 minutes before the patrol loop resets. If they spot us. They won't, Rhea said, cutting him off. Click. The door groaned open, protesting the intrusion. Inside lay rows of grav-hardened cylinders, black data cores inscribed with GCC glyphs. Each held records deemed too volatile, too heretical for the Confederacy's official archives. Rhea stepped in, boots silent on the composite floor. We find the Purge order. Confirm its authenticity. Extract it. We vanish. No fire? Theo asked, half joking. Not yet. Kadar lingered at the doorway, his mottled skin twitching with unease. You're certain it's here? Rhea didn't look back. Stitch traced the metadata through 6 decoy networks. The trail ends here. The vault was colder than the vacuum outside. Every step echoed like footsteps at a funeral. Rhea paused before a pod marked with an alien character she'd memorized, Oblivion Directive 7 Beta. Got it. She linked her forearm terminal and began the transfer. The screen pulsed red. Encrypted. Stitch chirped. That's the real stuff. I'll strip it. Kadar hovered near a control panel, frowning. These records are supposed to be myths. I studied Confederacy history for decades. This shouldn't exist. That's the point, Rhea murmured. They erased us. Burned every trace. Made it law to forget. The download reached 68% when Stitch's voice sharpened. Oh. What now? Rhea snapped. I picked up a proximity ping. Not patrol bots, biometric scanners. Organic response team en route. Theo cursed. How did they know? Because we bleed, Rhea said. Human DNA lights up like a war crime on their scanners. The vault lights dimmed. A shrill siren wailed, a pitch designed to disorient mammalian hearing. Kadar hissed, shielding his eyes. They're sealing the exits. Stitch, how much longer? 82%. I can speed it up, but you'll fry your terminal. Do it. Theo slammed a charge into the wall's base. When this hits, their sensors will go blind for 90 seconds. The wall detonated with a controlled thump, throwing dust like ash. Alarms spiked. Let's go! Rhea shouted. The team bolted through the breach, ducking beneath cascading sparks. Behind them, heavy footsteps pounded the corridor, alien sentries, clad in shimmering armor and wielding neural disruptors. Theo dropped a sonic trap. It pulsed once, then exploded in a scream of frequency, buying them seconds. Their ship, Vigilant Fury, hovered just outside the crater, camo shield flickering in protest. The ramp dropped as they sprinted aboard. Rhea dove into the pilot seat. Stitch, how bad? Let's just say the Confederacy's about to be grumpy. She throttled the engines. A wave of kinetic suppressors rippled across the moon's surface, too late. The Fury vanished into warp, a streak of defiance across starless space. 12 hours later. Location, Hidden Nebula Drift, Zone Ember. Rhea leaned back in her chair, watching the decrypted file flicker across her terminal. There it was. The Purge order. Signed, stamped, verified. Dated 3 millennia ago. Earth had not fallen to war. Earth had not turned rogue. Earth had been executed. Because humanity discovered a faster-than-light method the GCC couldn't control. Because we refused to hand it over. Because we were ungovernable. She glanced across the ship's dim war room. Kadar sat stiffly, reading the alien script with shaking fingers. "This is unholy," he said. "A historical purge. Not just suppression. They didn't just erase you. They rewrote your existence." Theo studied the star map, avoiding Rhea's eyes. "What do we do with it?" "We leak it," Rhea said. "System by system. Drop it into their data relays, one truth at a time. That'll provoke a system-wide lockdown," Kadar warned. "Maybe even planetary cleansing." "We're already marked," she said quietly. "Might as well give them a reason." Stitch's voice buzzed through the console. "Intercepted transmission from Confederacy Command. Open all channels." A cold voice filled the room. "To those who call themselves human. You are in violation of Galactic Order 7 Beta. You are enemies of recorded truth. You are hereby marked for erasure. No trial. No dialogue. No trace." Silence. Theo laughed bitterly. "They've declared war." "No," Rhea said, standing. "They've confirmed one already started." Kadar looked up. "What's next?" She pointed to a glowing star on the map, Ellereth. "They kept the final message from Earth buried there. It's time the galaxy hears it." Her voice was steel. "No more hiding. No more begging to be remembered. We show them why they were right to be afraid." Ellereth drifted like a gem embedded in shadow, sleek, imperial, and cold. The Confederacy's central archive world orbited a dying blue star, its atmosphere layered with automated kill satellites and neural scramblers designed to erase thought before rebellion could form. Commander Rhea Navarro stood at the Vigilant Fury's observation panel, arms folded, studying the fortress below. Her jaw tightened. "No stealth field will fool those sentries for long," Kadar muttered behind her, scanning the data feed. "They purge thought crimes before the thought finishes forming." "That's why we don't give them time to think," she replied. "Stitch, what's our window?" 8 minutes before their orbital sweeps cycle down," the AI answered. "If you miss that, you're star's dust." Theo adjusted the sensor dampeners on his suit, still avoiding her gaze. "This is suicide." "It was always suicide," Rhea said. "But this way, it means something." She turned, eyes sweeping the room. Kadar, the alien defector haunted by his species' lies. Theo, her oldest friend, fraying at the seams. And Stitch, the AI that had learned sarcasm before ethics. "Listen. We get into the core. We find the original Earth broadcast, unedited, unbutchered. We upload it to the beacon array. Every comm station in the sector will hear the truth. Then we run." Theo hesitated. "And if it's not there?" "Then we make sure they remember our attempt." They descended in silence. The ship pierced the upper atmosphere cloaked, barely avoiding detection. Its hull shivered under pressure as they cut low across the obsidian towers of Ellereth Prime. Rhea's heart beat in time with the warning lights. The Fury latched onto the underside of the archive tower, a blind spot in its sensor net. The three dropped through a maintenance shaft, magnetic boots biting into the steel. Inside, the tower breathed. The walls pulsed faintly, lit by neural fiber. Data streamed through transparent arteries in every direction, memories, lies, entire histories rewritten in real time. They moved like ghosts. "This place is alive," Theo muttered. "No," Kadar whispered. "It's feeding." They reached the core room. A great spire rose through the center of a cathedral-like chamber, lined with translation pylons and access bridges. A sphere hovered in the air, the central codex. It spun with impossible grace, radiating heat and static. Rhea approached and placed her forearm on the reader. "Stitch. Language filters online. Decrypting interfaces." The sphere paused, dimmed, and flared. Lines of alien script and warped footage flickered in the air, false narratives of Earth, humans bombing colonies, refusing peace, collapsing into barbarism. Each one meticulously crafted to justify the purge. Then something deeper. buried beneath classification blocks. She pushed. A resistance. Then a click. A video. Faded, corrupted, but unmistakable. Human. Playback begins. A woman, elderly, seated at what looked like Earth's UN command center. Dust, rubble, alarms. To any who hear this. We surrender. We ask for terms. We don't want war. We only wanted to explore, to share what we built. If this message reaches anyone, remember us not as rebels, but as dreamers. We only lit a fire because we feared the dark. Playback ends. Theo was frozen. That's it. That's the message. Kadar stared in disbelief. I was taught humans launched a war of extermination. They lied, Rhea said, voice low. Stitch chirped. Shall I begin broadcast? Yes, Rhea whispered. Let them hear it all. As the AI initiated the uplink, a hologram snapped to life beside them, Zareth Malrix, in full Confederacy regalia. His face was gaunt, expression amused. Touching, he said. You've traveled far to make a noise no one will hear. You're already hearing it, Rhea shot back. He didn't blink. You think broadcasting that relic will ignite a revolution? The galaxy doesn't want truth. It wants stability. It wants silence. You burned a planet to stay in control, she said. We'll burn your lies to stay free. Zareth leaned forward, voice dropping. I've ordered a strike on your Ember. Plasma barrage. Already in motion. Theo stepped forward, furious. You'd attack civilians? I'm correcting an anomaly, Zareth said. The feed cut. Rhea turned to Kadar. Back to the ship. Now. They sprinted through the access halls. Sirens howled. Guards spilled into the corridors, towering insectoid sentries with fusion spears and hissing armor. Theo lobbed a shock grenade. The hallway blinked white. Kadar dropped a jamming beacon as Stitch guided them to an alternate exit. Emergency docking shaft, north end. Outside, the Vigilant Fury hovered, auto turrets blazing. Kadar lunged into the ship first, then Theo. Rhea paused at the threshold. She glanced back at the data core. The fire was started. She dove aboard. The ship tore through the atmosphere, burning its name into the clouds. Orbit, 10 minutes later. Get me visuals on Ember, Rhea barked. The forward screen lit up. She watched in silence as a fleet of GCC warships surrounded Ember's system. Flashes of plasma licked the surface. Communication towers toppled. But no full burn, she asked, confused. Theo stared at the data. Either they miscalculated, or someone jammed the targeting. Kadar's eyes widened. There were operatives in their fleet, someone stalled it. Maybe, not everyone believes the lie anymore. Rhea exhaled slowly. Then Stitch broke the silence. Galactic traffic is spiking. Unauthorized channels lighting up across 5 systems. Your message, it's spreading. She sat down, shaking. We're not ghosts anymore. Kadar stepped beside her. They remembered? No, Rhea said, fire behind her eyes. We reminded them. The Vigilant Fury dropped from warp into Ember's orbit, trailing plasma scars from Eloreth. Systems flickered. Alarms blinked red and yellow. The hull groaned like it remembered every blow it had taken. Below, Ember burned, but not entirely. The Confederacy strike fleet circled like vultures who had failed to kill their prey. Ember's surface was scorched in patches, but not glassed. Farmlands still glowed. The mountain bunkers stood. We got here in time, Theo muttered, breath shaky. No, Rhea said. They hesitated. She paced the command deck, boots pounding against steel. Her fingers tapped out commands on the holopanel. Kadar, status on the warships. He turned from the sensor station, his tone clipped. 12 heavy cruisers. 1 command dreadnought. Markings confirm, Judgment's path. Rhea froze. Zareth was here. Perfect, she whispered. Stitch. Open a channel. Wideband. The AI hummed. You sure? That'll let them triangulate us within seconds. Good, Rhea said, eyes hard. The screen blinked alive. Static cleared. Zareth's face filled the display, calm and confident. You survived, he said, almost amused. Humans do cling. We do more than cling, Rhea said, voice low. We endure. We remember. And now, we return. Zareth offered a small, cruel smile. Your broadcast changed nothing. The Confederacy remains. Ember burns. Not enough, she replied. You hesitated. Why? Zareth's smile cracked for a fraction. That planet means nothing. Its survival is irrelevant. You blinked, she said. And that's why you've already lost. The screen went black. Rhea turned to her team. Arm all torpedoes. Target the Judgment's path. Theo blinked. You want to attack a dreadnought? I want to finish what they started. The Fury roared forward, engines overclocked beyond safety. Heat warnings flashed. Hull integrity dropped. On the horizon, the dreadnought emerged, vast, brutal, and monstrous. Its hull bore thousands of etched names of alien worlds it had cleansed. Kadar's voice shook. Its shields are adaptive. No conventional weapons will breach them. Good thing we're not conventional, Rhea muttered. Stitch. Prepare the gravity torpedoes. Stitch hesitated. Those haven't been tested. The recoil could rupture our spine. Do it. In the lower bay, 3 massive torpedoes aligned. They weren't built to explode, they were built to collapse. Weaponized gravity, stolen from forbidden tech buried on Ember and repurposed by desperate hands. As they launched, the Fury rocked like a punched comet. Lights died. Stitch's voice crackled. Secondary drives offline. We've got one shot. Outside, the torpedoes spiraled. 1 missed. 2 struck. The Judgment's path shimmered, shields rippling. Then, collapse. The shields twisted inward. Metal screamed. A portion of the dreadnought folded like origami under a black star's kiss. Fires bloomed in vacuum. But it still floated. Still armed. And now, enraged. It turned toward them. Zareth's voice returned. You think you can win this with tricks? You're not fighting for survival anymore. You're fighting out of spite. No, Rhea said. We're fighting because you told us we couldn't. The Fury spun under a barrage of disruptor fire. 1 wing shredded. Life support faltered. Kadar was pinned beneath a collapsed panel. Theo manned the manual cannon, knuckles white. They were breaking. Then Stitch's voice rang out. I can overload my core. Slam the Fury into Zareth's bridge. No, Rhea snapped. You're not part of the sacrifice. I'm not alive, Commander. But you are. The message is spreading. You need to live long enough to finish it. She was silent. Stitch laughed softly. You humans always wanted your machines to feel. Be careful what you ask for. Then, control yanked from her hands. The ship banked hard. Stitch spoke once more. Tell them we remembered. The Fury surged forward, a final, furious comet. It struck Judgment's path with a gravity core detonation that ripped through the bridge. The dreadnought shattered in silence. Rhea crawled from the escape pod wreckage, lungs burning with smoke, suit torn. Ember's soil felt warm beneath her palms. She looked up at the sky. The Confederacy fleet was in retreat. Ember's remaining batteries fired on their backs as they fled. Theo stumbled beside her, half-conscious, blood on his brow. Stitch, he rasped. Gone, she whispered. Kadar limped toward them, clutching a salvaged data core. We have backup copies of the message. And more now, more allies. Systems broadcasting it. Minor species rising. Questioning. Rhea didn't smile. She was too tired. But her voice was steady. Then it was worth it. 2 weeks later. Location, Sector 9, broadcast relic node. The galaxy watched. Illicit networks, pirate stations, academic servers, all lit up. The original Earth transmission played again and again. Remember us not as rebels, but as dreamers. In dark rooms and silent temples, beings across star systems sat frozen. Students rewrote essays. Old soldiers wept. Young rebels found a name to rally behind. Human. Not a memory. A return. Final scene, Ember, Mountain Summit. Rhea stood at the memorial pyre. Theo placed Stitch's core, fractured, cold, on the pedestal. Kadar added a scrap of Fury's hull. The fire rose. Rhea spoke aloud, to no one, to everyone. They erased our name from the stars. But names are just echoes. She looked up, eyes fierce. We are fire.